Greetings, everybody! Ho-ho! It is a Throwdown Thursday. That's right. It's also Indian Cinema Day. You can check out my latest review of Bahubali. You can check it out. It's amazing. What a great film. I watched part 1 and part 2. Part 2 review will be out next Thursday. I'm encouraging you all to dive into this amazing thing called cinema. That's right, because we actually still have some. Just doesn't happen to be in the U.S. right now. Well, and with a few exceptions. But let's say hi to each and every one of you. And a special thank you, as I said in the chat, to all of my wrenches, all of those of you that work so very hard at the promotions that you do. We've got incredible people like Darren Hughes, Jordy Lyons, Captain Fandom Nerd, Grumpy Old Ninja Kentaro, and of course, every single wrench I have, Eric K, and anybody that wears, one of those, including just another red shirt. And just you guys, I couldn't do it without you. You guys make things happen, and I appreciate you more than you know. Got great Canadian wrenches like Lord Thoth and so many others. So I just want you to know that I appreciate you and everything that you do. Please don't ever feel overlooked or unappreciated, because that's the truth. And with that, let's say hi to everybody else. Of course, I mentioned Grumpy. Here he is. We've got Captain. I mentioned him as well. We got Cody Guy out there, Liger Fan, Morgan King, and OC Dobbins. Great to see you. Mentioned this man right here, Jordy Lyons. Good to see you. D. Bud Martin, of course. Lord Thoth, who I also mentioned. And Olaf Von S. We've got Sean Estep out there this morning, as well as Cosmic Squirrel saying hail from the cosmos. And then Judicon is here with us as well today. Olaf Von S is hanging out in the audience, as is the ever-talented and incredibly talented Andy Masterson. We've got low spec Linux laptop in the house with Snortopupus Cuber, and of course I mentioned the great Darren Hughes. We've got D. Bud Martin in the house. There is Fat Elvis here, and of course Theme Park Casual. Just another red shirt. Hail, Mr. Shirt and Dr. Dragon. Woohoo! A lot of you out there today. Appreciate you all. You're killing it. I see Matt G. What's up, Matt G? In the house. We got Matt G. We got Pope Metallicus out there, and Katsith saying hello. We've got our friend Machiny Draws. We've got Cloud Sailing in the house. Looks like Hank VP and the ever lovely Tina Bojan. Let's see who else we can squeeze in before we start. Ooh, scrolling. We got Rob Altus out there. Greetings, my friend. And of course, Rod Thunderheart. The ever lovely Sherry is here. And so many more. If I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. It's just I'm out of time, because here we go. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Wherever you are and whenever you're watching, thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We've got a lot to talk about. Not a lot of time to do it in. I think we have 16, 17, 18 stories. I don't know. We've got a lot. There's a lot to cover. Wow. You know what? Here, let's start here. We're going to start with, the police blotter, so to speak. We've got, of course, Kevin Spacey getting lined up to plead guilty or not guilty in the UK thing that he did over there. And the trial now is set for June 2023, so a year from now, or 11 months from now. I wonder how this will go down, and if anybody will be alive to face him. We've also got Johnny Depp trial, which was over and decided, and once again, another win for JD. That's right. Even the wrong juror argument isn't landing for any kind of a retrial, mistrial, any of that other stuff. Or, like I said, she's going to have to write an $8.5 million check or have a bond that secures $8.5 million based on just how broke she is. I don't know if that's possible. But if she does believe she was wrongfully done, more power to her. We got Twitter CEO telling staff, quick resolution, critically important when it comes to the lawsuit with Elon Musk. They plan to hold the buyer fully accountable, which means they're either going to collect the $1 billion, which they probably try to call a win, or, and this is more likely, they will take this all the way through court trying to get him to buy them. Chances are there will be negotiation settlement somewhere along the way. And the same employees that were in full remode before will be back in remode again. Speaking of remode, we didn't hear any rees for about 40 minutes or so. This is basically a number of outages have occurred with Twitter over the last 48 hours, although there was a substantial widespread one. Did you miss it? Was it a little quieter in your house? I don't know. In a major victory for Britney Spears, judge orders Jamie Spears to be deposed and produce surveillance records. This does not look good for them. There's a lot of very, very poor things that can happen with a discovery, which is why Fat Elvis brings it into the chat. And yeah, if you go back to the Elon case, discovery is going to hurt Twitter more than it hurts Elon's case, but hey, it is what it is. We've got, let's see, moving forward, Amazon's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power has released their second teaser trailer, and it is as disappointing as everything so far, and more lore breaking than, well, you could possibly deal with, including the partially stolen, reworded, restructured, paraphrased Silmarillion stuff that doesn't even belong in this show. Again, it looks like Armie Hammer is actually working as a timeshare salesman in the Caymans. He's not a, concierge, which was the original claim, but he legitimately is doing that to support his family because apparently he is cut out of the family money. Didn't know that. Very wealthy family. They all live very well except for him. Of course, his family, his actual, ex-wife and children live in the Caymans, so hence the reason that he's living there. He was managing an apartment complex down there. A really strange story. Very odd. Netflix has chosen Microsoft to power their advertising ambitions instead of obviously, Google, which is kind of an odd choice. These seem like two misaligned entities, and I wonder what will happen over the course of their cloud computing experience together. We'll see. Nintendo is buying a studio. That's right. They're buying Dynamo Pictures, Inc. They're basically going to focus on their own production to speed everything up. So you will see in real life a lot of Nintendo animation stuff, live action stuff that will come directly from their own studio. This is a great way to manage your own brand, in my opinion, and I'm sure it will go well. This is where we start to get off the rails as far as I'm concerned. Apparently, WNBA Griner is heading back to the courts after her guilty plea. And I guess in this particular country, you have to, you have to face whatever they're going to do to you in court, regardless of what your plea is. They don't immediately just give you a sentence, although sometimes they do. We'll have to see what happens. There could be arguments made to reduce the sentence or any number of other things. What's actually probably happening is actually terribly disgusting. The reviled and, of course, revered particular arms dealer here, referred to as the Merchant of Death, is obviously being considered as a prisoner swap for Miss Griner and a Marine. Of course, they're putting the Marine into that equation to kind of run cover for, trading off an incredibly valuable asset. I have a problem with that. Wholesale inflation is 11.3%, indicating that, well, guess what? It's much worse than is being reported at 9.1%. And you also have a 54% in fuel increase cost over the course of the year. There's more inflation than they want to talk about. Stocks open lower on Wall Street because of JPMorgan. And why? Because JPMorgan profit takes a hit in the second quarter. I think the shares dropped 38% this morning. Holy cow. We also have Amazon offering some concessions to try to avoid EU antitrust cases, which I told you were coming. We have some coming here in the US. And the story I couldn't get to the screen was a cat that was at Logan Airport for 3 weeks. It lost family pet, has finally been captured and returned to their owner. And with that, I am out of stories. And I'm out of time. I always try to bring you a little zinger at the end to maybe lift your day. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.
Thank you, everybody. We will kick the credits here, which we're going to get a brand new update to this, reflecting all the new members. Thank you for that. That'll be showing up tomorrow. I just have to get it to render. We had an incredible show today. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. We also have incredible shows for you tonight, including Thursday Throwdown on Comics Division's channel. Thanks once again to all the people who promote my channel. You guys don't know what that means to me. And those of you that work as wrenches and everything else, you guys are amazing. I hope everybody has a great day. See ya!